Oh man, it's good news for the World Ends With You fans, and I'm a huge fan. Not only are they making a full on sequel, but they're making a full on anime of the original game. It's crazy exciting, and I'm here to do an analysis and do a comparison of the original game to the trailer. This is actually more specifically the trailer number 2 that just came out. For anyone that doesn't know, this is one of my favorite games of all time. It's super iconic. The soundtrack's amazing, and I hope they add some new music for the anime. But even if they just took the old DS songs, or now the new Switch version songs, a couple of the remixes, I'd be happy with that. If the whole entire anime was just those songs, I'd be pretty happy with that. But I know they're not going to mess up the soundtrack because the original game was great, and in the remix for the Switch, the last episode there, the music was great too. So without further ado, let's get right into the analysis. Okay, right off the bat, you have Neku waking up in Shibuya Scramble Crossing, just like the original game. Now, if you look to the right here, you can see that there are two familiar characters here, and they are Mina and Ai. They appear in quite a few of the side stories in The World Ends With You. And, they have different character models a little bit. Ai has brown hair in the original game, but in The World Ends With You animation, it looks like she has black hair. But other than that, they look pretty similar, and it's a nice Easter egg. It's only for one frame here, but you can see them here. Now, if you look to the left, you'll see another familiar character, Tech from the band Death March, their backstage technician, and also friends with 777. He's a bit of a slacker, but you can see him here. Now, moving forward, you can see the timer of the first mission on Neku's hand here. And one thing I gotta compliment them is they really stuck with the DS art style of the original game. Because if you look at the hands side by side of the original DS game, it's quite similar. And they did a really good job of recreating that and creating that same style. And it looks like they're gonna go with that animation style. Now it looks like they switched up the cell phones to be more modern. They got rid of the flip phones. But one thing that stayed the same is the same message from the first game. They have the first mission, reach 104 or get erased, and you have about 60 minutes. So they kept to that, and it looks like the first episode, at least the first episode, is going to stick to the game story exactly the same, which I'm not opposed to. And maybe in the future, maybe it'll just follow the same format, or maybe they'll switch it up. But it looks like the first mission at least is going to be the same as in the first mission of the first game. Now, looking to the right of the screen, here you can see all the advertisements, 104. It looks pretty true to the game and Shibuya in general, the real Shibuya in Japan. But if you look to the right, you got the DIB, the trending, the different brands of clothing. I think it's all going to be in this game. Okay, so you got all the original characters, including Neku, of course, and then Shiki, Beat, Rhyme, and Joshua. And you got even Mr. H. Of course, he's going to be in the game. He was like a mentor figure to Neku. And you can't forget about Mr. Mew, Shiki's pet stuffed animal that attacks for her. And hopefully it follows the same themes. It looks like it's going to, about trusting your partners and having friends and opening up your world. And it's pretty good. It's looking really, really good. I'm excited for it. And it looks like the noise is going to be there, all the frogs in the original game, for the first mission, and they're probably going to go back to the other noise too, as you can see a boss fight. At the end of the trailer is also the same boss from the game, which is pretty cool. His style looks pretty sweet. And you got the end trailer here with the animation, end credits here, and looks like it's coming out April 28th. So I'm pretty excited for it. It's coming out before the sequel of the game. Of course, that's in Japan, so we don't know when we're going to get the dub. But, you can always watch it on Crunchyroll, most likely, or Funimation. And I'll put a link of the song in the trailer because it's a really good song in the description. Well, if you guys like that video, please like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.